Hello, my friend. Welcome. I'm so happy you're here today. You know what? Learning English is a journey. Sometimes it feels easy. Sometimes it feels hard. But every day you listen, every day you practice, you are growing. You are changing. You are becoming stronger. Today, we're going to learn together. We're going to practice together. And we're going to tell a story together. A simple story. A beautiful story. A story about something that happens to all of us. The story is called The Lost Keys. Are you ready? Take a deep breath. Relax. And let's begin. I know something about you. I know because I've taught thousands of students just like you. You study English, you learn new words, you practice grammar. But when you hear real English, it's too fast. When you want to speak, the words don't come. You understand everything in your head, but your mouth doesn't move. Your confidence disappears. This is the gap between knowing and doing, between understanding and speaking. But here's the truth. This gap is normal. Every single English learner has this gap. Even me, when I learned other languages, I had this gap too. So today, we're going to close this gap. We're going to do something special. We're going to learn slowly. We're going to repeat. We're going to practice speaking together. And by the end of today, you will feel the difference. I promise you. But first, let me ask you something. Have you ever lost your keys? Have you ever lost something important? Maybe your phone, your wallet, your bag? That moment when you realize, oh no, where is it? That feeling of panic, that feeling of worry, that feeling of searching everywhere. Well, today's story is about that moment, and through the story, we're going to practice real English, natural English, English you can use every single day. Let's start. Our story today is about lost keys, but it's really about something bigger. It's about daily life. It's about small problems. It's about staying calm when things go wrong. Let me teach you something important first. In English, we have many words for searching. Let me say them slowly. To look for something. To look for. To search for something. To search. And to find something. To find. Listen again. Look for. Search for. Find. These three phrases are very important today. Let's practice them together. Repeat after me. I look for my keys. Good. Again. I look for my keys. Now this one. I search for my keys. One more time. I search for my keys. And finally, I find my keys. Again, I find my keys. Beautiful. You're doing great. In our story, we use something called the present simple tense. This is when we talk about actions happening now, or actions we do regularly. For example, I walk to the door. I open my bag. I look inside. These are simple actions, simple sentences. This is how we build confidence in English, one simple sentence at a time. Let me give you a micro story right now, a very short story to show you how this works. Sarah wakes up. She opens her eyes. She looks at the clock. It's 7 a.m. She gets out of bed. She walks to the bathroom. She looks in the mirror. She smiles. Today is a good day. Did you notice? Every sentence is short. Every sentence is simple. Every verb is in the present simple. This is natural English. This is how we speak when we tell stories. Now I want to tell you about someone real, a student I taught 2 years ago. Her name was Maria. Maria was from Brazil. She studied English for 3 years. She knew many words. She understood grammar, but she couldn't speak. One day, I asked her, "Maria, why don't you speak more?" She said, "Teacher, I'm afraid. I think too much. I want to say perfect sentences." So I told her, "Maria, forget perfect. Just speak simple. Just speak slow." And we practiced every day. Simple sentences, slow speaking. After 3 months, Maria changed. She wasn't afraid anymore. She spoke with confidence. Why am I telling you this story? Because you are like Maria. You know English. You understand English. But maybe you're afraid to speak. Maybe you think too much about being perfect. Today, I want you to forget about perfect. Today, we practice simple. We practice slow. We practice confidence. Are you with me? Good. Before we start our main story, let's learn some important words. I'll say each word slowly. I'll say it 3 times. Then I'll use it in a sentence. Keys, keys, keys. I need my keys to open the door. Pocket, pocket, pocket. I put my phone in my pocket. Table, table, table. The book is on the table. Kitchen, kitchen, kitchen. I make breakfast in the kitchen. Worried, worried, worried. I feel worried when I'm late. Remember, remember, remember. I try to remember where I put my keys. Finally, finally, finally. I search for 1 hour. Finally, I find my keys. These 7 words are the foundation of our story today. You'll hear them again and again. Don't worry if you don't remember everything now. Repetition is the secret. Repetition is how we learn. Let me tell you one more thing before we start practicing. English learning is not about speed. It's about consistency. It's about showing up every day, even if you practice for only 10 minutes, even if you only listen to one story. That's enough. You are here today. That means you are consistent. That means you are serious about your English. I'm proud of you. Now let's move to our first shadowing practice. This is where you speak with me. This is where you train your mouth. This is where confidence grows. Are you ready? Let's go. Now we practice speaking together. I will say a sentence. I will pause. You repeat the sentence out loud. Don't just listen. Speak. Move your mouth. Use your voice. This is how you improve. Ready? Let's begin. I wake up in the morning. I look at the clock. It is 8 o'clock. I need to go to work. I get out of bed. I walk to the bathroom. I wash my face. I brush my teeth. I feel awake now. I go to the kitchen. I make coffee. The coffee smells good. I drink my coffee slowly. I feel ready for the day.
Now I need my keys. I look on the table. The keys are not there. I check my jacket pocket. The pocket is empty. I feel confused. Where are my keys? I look in my bag. No keys in my bag. I check the kitchen counter. Still no keys. I start to feel worried. I need to find them. I look under the sofa. Nothing there. I check the bathroom. No keys. I go back to my bedroom. I search everywhere. I try to stay calm. I try to remember. Where did I put them? I think about yesterday. What did I do?
I came home from work. I opened the door. Then what happened? Excellent work. You're doing so well. Take a breath. Relax your shoulders. Shake out your hands. You just spoke 40 sentences with me. That's amazing. Your mouth is getting used to English sounds. Your brain is connecting words to meaning. This is progress. Now, let's go deeper into our story. Now I'm going to tell you the complete story. I'll tell it slowly. I'll tell it with feeling. Just listen this first time. Let the story flow over you. Understand the emotions. Feel the journey. Here we go. My name is Tom. I live in a small apartment in the city. Every morning, I follow the same routine. I wake up at 7 a.m., I make coffee, I get ready for work, and I always need my keys. But this morning is different. I wake up, I make my coffee, I get dressed, I'm ready to leave. I reach for my keys on the table by the door, but they're not there. I feel a small worry in my chest. Where are they? I check my jacket pocket. Empty. I check my bag. Not there. I look on the kitchen counter. Nothing. The worry grows bigger. I start to search. I look under the sofa cushions. I check the bathroom. I even look in the refrigerator. No keys. 10 minutes pass, then 20 minutes. I'm going to be late for work. My heart beats faster. I feel frustrated. Where are these keys? I stop for a moment. I close my eyes. I take a deep breath. I tried to remember yesterday evening. What did I do when I came home? Slowly, the memory comes back. I came home, I was carrying groceries. I put the groceries on the kitchen counter. I was tired. I went to my bedroom to change clothes. And then, yes, I remember now. I put my keys on the bedside table. I grab my keys. I laugh at myself. All that worry for nothing. I lock my door. I go to work. And I promise myself, tomorrow I will put my keys in the same place every single day. The end. Did you feel the story? Did you see the pictures in your mind? This is how we learn languages. Through stories, through emotions, through real situations. Let's look at some important phrases from the story. These are phrases you can use in your own life. I follow the same routine. This means I do the same things every day, same order, same actions. We all have routines. Example: every morning I follow the same routine. I wake up, I eat breakfast, I brush my teeth. I feel a small worry in my chest. This is how we describe anxiety or concern. We feel it in our body, in our chest, in our stomach. Example: before a test, I feel a small worry in my chest. My heart beats faster. When we're nervous or excited, our heart beats faster. This is natural. This is human. Example: when I speak English with native speakers, my heart beats faster. I feel relief. Relief is that beautiful feeling when a problem is solved, when worry goes away. Example: I finish my homework. I feel relief. Now let's see how we can use this story vocabulary in real conversations. I'll show you 3 mini dialogues. Listen to each one, then we'll practice together. Dialogue 1. At home. Person A: have you seen my phone? Person B: did you check your bedroom? Person A: yes, I checked everywhere. Person B: maybe it's in your jacket pocket. Person A: oh, you're right. Thank you so much. Dialogue 2. At work. I can't find my pen. When did you last use it? This morning, at my desk. Look under your papers. Found it. It was under my notebook. Dialogue 3. Helping a friend. I'm so stressed. I lost my wallet. Okay, stay calm. Where did you go today? I went to the coffee shop and the store. Call the coffee shop. Maybe someone found it. Good idea. Thank you. Do you see the pattern? When we lose something, we say what we lost, think about where we went, search in those places, ask for help, feel relief when we find it. This is a universal experience. This happens in every language, every culture, and now you have the English words to talk about it. Let me share another student story with you. This one was about David. David was from Japan. He studied English in school for many years. He could read English well. He could write English well. But speaking, very difficult. David told me his biggest problem. He said, "Teacher, when I speak, I translate from Japanese to English in my head. It takes too long. The conversation moves on without me." I understood David's problem. Many students do this. They translate. They think in their native language. Then they try to convert it to English. So I taught David a technique. I said, "David, stop translating. Instead, think in simple English. Think like a child learning language. Use simple words, simple sentences." We practiced with stories, just like today. David would listen to a simple story, then he would retell the story in his own simple words. No translation, just direct thinking in English. After 6 months, David transformed. He stopped translating. He started thinking directly in English. His speaking became natural, fluent, confident. Why do I tell you this? Because you can do the same thing. Today's story is your practice. Today's shadowing is your training. Every time you repeat a sentence, you're building direct thinking in English. You're removing the translation step. This is powerful. This is how you become fluent. Now, let's practice speaking again. This time with longer phrases. This time with more emotion. This shadowing practice is a bit different. I'll say longer sentences. I'll use different emotions: happy, worried, relieved, frustrated. Try to match my emotion. Try to feel what the character feels. This is not just repeating words. This is becoming the story. This is acting. This is real practice. Let's begin. I wake up feeling happy today. The sun is shining through my window. I stretch my arms and yawn. Today is going to be a good day. I make my morning coffee carefully. The smell fills my small kitchen. I take the first sip and smile. Now I need to get ready for work. I put on my favorite blue shirt. I look at myself in the mirror. I look good today, I think. I walk to the front door. I reach for my keys automatically. But my hand touches nothing. I look at the table with confusion. Where are my keys right now? I start to check my pockets quickly. Maybe I put them there last night. But my pockets are completely empty. I feel worry starting to grow. I tell myself to stay calm. Maybe they're in my bag somewhere. I open my bag and look inside. I see my wallet and my phone. But I don't see my keys anywhere. The worry becomes stronger now. I'm going to be late for work. I walk back to the kitchen area. I check the counter very carefully. I move papers and cups around. Still, no keys appear. I feel frustration building up inside. Why can't I find them today? I always put them in the same place. Or at least I thought I did. I go to the living room now. I lift the sofa cushions one by one. Sometimes things fall between cushions, but today there are no keys there. I check under the sofa too. Nothing but dust and an old pen. 20 minutes have passed already. I'm definitely going to be late now. I close my eyes for a moment. I try to remember yesterday evening clearly. What did I do when I arrived home? I picture myself opening the front door. I was carrying 2 bags of groceries. I walked straight to the kitchen counter. I put down the heavy grocery bags. Then I was really tired after work. I went to my bedroom to relax. And suddenly I remember something important. I put my keys on my bedside table. That's where they are right now. I rush to my bedroom immediately. My heart is beating with excitement. I look at the small bedside table, and there they are, my keys. They were there the whole time. I feel such relief washing over me. I grab the keys with both hands. I laugh at myself for worrying. All that stress for such a simple thing. I walk back to the front door. I'm late, but I feel happy now. I lock my door behind me carefully, and I make a promise to myself. From tomorrow, I'll create a new habit. I'll always put my keys in one place. The same place every single day. That way, I'll never lose them again. Wonderful! You just practiced 70 sentences with real emotion. You're not just learning English, you're living English. You're experiencing English. This is the difference between studying and acquiring. When you study, you memorize rules. When you acquire, you feel the language. You lived through Tom's morning. You felt his worry. You felt his relief. Now these words, these phrases, they're part of you. Let's continue with our mini story. I want to tell you one more story now. This story is connected to the lost keys. This story is about what happens next. This story has a lesson for all of us. Listen carefully. Let the story teach you. The next day, Tom wakes up early. He remembers yesterday. He remembers the lost keys. He remembers the worry, the frustration, the wasted time. Tom makes a decision. He goes to a small store near his apartment. He buys a simple key hook. The key hook is white. It has 3 hooks. It's small and cheap, but it's perfect. Tom goes back home. He finds a place on the wall next to his front door. He hangs the key hook there. He steps back and looks at it. From today, he says to himself, my keys will always go here. Always in the same place. That evening, when Tom comes home from work, he does something new. He doesn't walk to the kitchen. He doesn't go to his bedroom. He stops at the front door. He takes his keys and he hangs them on the white key hook. Good, he thinks. This is my new habit. The next morning, Tom wakes up. He makes his coffee. He gets ready for work. He walks to the front door, and there, on the white key hook, are his keys, right where he put them. He smiles. He takes the keys, and he leaves for work. No worry, no stress, no searching. Days pass. Weeks pass. Every evening, Tom hangs his keys on the hook. Every morning, Tom finds his keys on the hook. The act of putting the keys on the hook becomes automatic. He doesn't think about it anymore. He just does it. One day, Tom's friend, Maria, visits him. Maria looks worried. She's searching through her bag. "What's wrong?" Tom asks. "I can't find my keys," Maria says. "I always lose them. I don't know why." Tom smiles. He remembers. He knows that feeling very well. He points to his white key hook. "See that?" he says. "3 months ago, I lost my keys all the time. I was always stressed, always searching, always late. Then I bought this simple hook. Now I never lose my keys. Never." Maria looks at the key hook. "That's it?" she asks. "Just a hook?" "Just a hook," Tom says. "But it's not about the hook. It's about the habit. It's about doing the same thing every day. Small action, big result." Maria thinks about this. The next day, she buys her own key hook. She hangs it by her door, and she starts her new habit too. Small changes create big results. Simple solutions solve big problems. This is true for keys, and this is true for learning English too. The end. Did you like that story? Did you learn the lesson? Let me explain the lesson more clearly. The lesson is this: consistency is more powerful than perfection. Tom didn't need an expensive solution. He didn't need a complicated system. He just needed a simple hook and a daily habit. You know what? English learning is exactly the same. You don't need perfect grammar. You don't need a huge vocabulary. You don't need expensive courses. You need consistency. You need a daily habit. You need to show up every day, even for 10 minutes. Let me give you some examples. Example 1. Listen to one English story every day, just one, for 30 days. After 30 days, you'll notice a huge difference in your listening skills. Example 2. Shadow 20 sentences every day, just 20, for 30 days. After 30 days, your speaking will flow more naturally. Example 3. Read one paragraph of English every day, just one, for 30 days. After 30 days, your reading speed will improve. Small action, daily habit, big result. This is the secret. This is what successful English learners do. They don't study for 5 hours one day and then nothing for a week. They study for 20 minutes every single day. Like Tom's key hook. Like a small, simple solution that changes everything. Now I want you to practice one key line from the story. We'll say it together 5 times. This line contains an important life lesson. Are you ready? Here's the line. Small changes create big results. Let's practice. Small changes create big results. 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 Perfect. Remember this sentence. Remember this lesson. Use it in your English learning. Use it in your life. Now let's move to our final section together. My dear friend, we've come to the end of our time together today. Let me take a moment to remind you of everything we learned. We started with a simple story, The Lost Keys. A story about Tom, a story about losing something, a story about worry, searching, and finally finding. But this story taught us more than just vocabulary. It taught us about daily routines, problem solving, staying calm under stress, the power of memory, the importance of habits. We practiced shadowing. You spoke more than 100 sentences with me today. You trained your mouth. You trained your brain. You trained your confidence. We learned key phrases like, I look for, I search for, I finally find, I feel relief. Small changes create big results. These are phrases you can use every day, in real conversations, in real situations. And we learned about consistency, about showing up, about daily habits, about choosing simple solutions that work. Now I want to give you one simple action for today, just one. You don't need to do 10 things. You don't need to study for hours. Just do this one simple thing. Today's action. Choose one place for something important in your life. Maybe your keys, maybe your phone, maybe your wallet, maybe your English notebook. Choose one item. Choose one place. And from today, always put that item in that place. This is your key hook moment. This is your small change. And after 30 days, you'll see the big result. You'll save time. You'll save stress. You'll build a habit. And here's the beautiful part. When you build one good habit, it becomes easier to build another habit, and another, and another. First, you create a habit for your keys. Then, you create a habit for English practice. Then, you create a habit for reading. Step by step, you become the person you want to be. I want to tell you something from my heart. Teaching English has been my life for many years. I've taught thousands of students from every country, every age, every level. And you know what I've learned? The students who succeed are not always the most talented, they're not always the smartest, they're not always the ones with the most time or money. The students who succeed are the ones who keep going, the ones who don't give up, the ones who show up every day, even when it's hard, even when progress feels slow, even when they make mistakes. You are here today. You listened to this entire lesson. You practiced shadowing. You learned new phrases. You heard stories. That means you are serious. That means you are committed. That means you are one of the students who will succeed. Maybe your English isn't perfect yet. That's okay. Maybe you still make mistakes. That's okay. Maybe you still feel shy when you speak. That's okay. Every expert was once a beginner. Every fluent speaker was once silent. Every confident person was once afraid. The only difference between them and you is time and practice. That's all. So please, be patient with yourself. Be kind to yourself. Celebrate small victories. Did you understand more today than yesterday? That's progress. Did you speak one sentence out loud? That's progress. Did you show up? That's progress. English learning is a journey, not a destination. There's no finish line where you say, "Okay, I'm done. I know everything now." Language is alive. It grows. It changes. And you grow and change with it. Every day you practice, you're building something. You're building skills. You're building confidence. You're building a better future for yourself. Maybe you want to travel. Maybe you want a better job. Maybe you want to connect with people from around the world. Maybe you just want to understand movies without subtitles. Whatever your reason, it's a good reason. Your dream is valid, your goal is possible, and you're moving toward it right now, in this moment, by learning English. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Thank you for trusting me as your teacher. Thank you for opening your mind and your heart to learning. Remember, small changes create big results. Remember, consistency is more powerful than perfection. Remember, you are capable of amazing things. Tomorrow, come back, listen to this story again, or find a new story. Practice shadowing again, train your mouth again, build your habit again. Day by day, step by step, word by word. You are becoming fluent. You are becoming confident. You are becoming the English speaker you always wanted to be. I believe in you. Now, you need to believe in yourself. Keep going, my friend. Keep practicing. Keep learning. Keep growing. I'll see you in the next lesson. Until then, take care, be kind to yourself, and remember, your English journey is beautiful, exactly as it is right now. Goodbye for now, and thank you.